Good morning, guys. What's up? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm about to get into the messages. I'm going to pull, see who the reading's going to be for. And first day of Leo season. Happy birthday, Leos. Hope you have a great time on your birthday whenever it might land. And let's see who's going to get the reading today. All right. That should be good. Don't forget, if I haven't done your sign, or if you want your sign to be done tomorrow, drop it in the comments and I'll get around and I'll do those readings too. You know. And I also have to thank my little assistants on the other side, right? I like to say little, but you know, guides, angels, ancestors. Oh, that's not what I was planning on doing, but it popped out. But we got Taurus and Gemini. Let's see what else. Let's see who we get. Oh, Libra. Guess it's going to be Libra. All right, Libra. What's up? What you guys got going on? Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to use these Power of Self-Direction cards. I'm just going to pull a couple and see, like, you know, what kind of energy you're in and if there's any messages that we need to hear, right? Because sometimes the messages can be more than just for the sign. Plus, you got to remember that you do have other signs other than your, like, sun sign. You have your rising sign, and sometimes you have other placements within your chart that, you know, you might not know that you're a Libra or that you have some Libra. But once you do, you kind of, you can do one of those, like, charts. And they'll tell you, like, all the different signs that you have. And that way you can kind of follow up. All right. Tell me about Libra. What we got going on, Libra? Ooh. Okay. I've got resilience, manifestation, bounce back from setback and emerge stronger. Phoenix rising from the ashes. And I've got communication, seek help. When facing challenges, connect with others, speak from the heart. So just from these two cards, it feels like you may be in a position right now where you do need to look for some type of help. She's on the phone there. And birds, we got for the resilience and manifestation, we've got a bird, right? And bird is usually about communication. So in a way, we have two communication cards. So it feels like maybe you're going through a situation right now where you might need a little bit of guidance and you might have to look outside of you for that. Which, I mean, most of the time that's very helpful because other people from the outside can see things that you don't. There's so much emotion involved when we're having a problem that it's hard to see through the problem to find any type of solutions. I'm going to get one more card and then we're going to clarify, find out more about this. Okay, I see what it is. We got secure, serendipity. Find the perfect timing, quantum abundance. So with there being a clock and money and this talking about setbacks, I feel like this could be financial. I feel like possibly there's been maybe too much spending, or you have an idea, but you don't know when to launch it, right? This is about timing. Speak from the heart. Let me clarify. See what else we can find out here, what this is about. I do feel like money is involved with this though, because we do have that money card, and we're talking about challenges in both of the previous card and communication. So it could be maybe you lent someone money and now it's putting you in a bad position and you need to communicate to get it back, possibly, you know what I'm saying, to get your pay back. Let's see. All right. So tell me about resilience, manifestation for Libra. Tell me about resilience. Okay. We got the Six of Swords, which is letting go, moving on. And we got the Page of Cups. It says creative opportunities, dreamer. But like the way the cards came out, it looks like possibly something went on that moved you in a different direction, right? Moved you onto calmer waters. Because that's what's happening here. You know what I mean? Things got a little too rough, so you decided you're going to let that go and move on, right? And then if you see, these cards are kind of facing each other. So you've got you moving on, and then you've got a little offer coming in. So this could be like a little message, because the pages are like messages. And this is, you know, this is the youngest guy in the deck. So it's sometimes interpreted as small. So like a small offer, someone kind of showing you a little bit of interest, because we got a cup, and the cups are about emotions, love. So it's someone, you're getting away from a situation, and you've got someone already ready to kind of hand you a fresh cup, which I see where like resilience comes in there, because it's really hard to transition that quickly from one relationship to the next, right? When you're just coming out of something, you're not necessarily in the mind space to really jump into something else. And no matter how sweet the person is, because usually like the Page of Cups is a very like sweet energy, like cute, you know what I mean? Like a young person, you know, trying to get with an adult. Kind of like that like sweet, like tender type energy. But it's like after coming out of something, sometimes it's hard depending on what you went through. If it was a tough relationship where you didn't get the attention that you needed, that small offer could mean anything, everything to you, right? Now be actually getting something, to be getting a response from a partner or from a person that's interested in you, from getting more attention. And it could be hard for you to turn this down, just because of like, you know, when people say, oh, there's people are thirsty, right? They're like short on love, you know, and I like to say, you know, they just haven't had the amount of kindness and physical and mental love and kindness that they should. And that's why they desire it so badly. So sometimes we find ourselves in those positions where like we really need support so badly, because we're coming out of something that's so rough that we might get involved with someone that might not be the best person for us, right? Just like this little offer. Like, I mean, it's up to you, but you got to remember, this is like something small and you're just coming out of something. So this can get complicated really fast. So I would try to give it a little time. But again, like I said, sometimes you're just so starved of that love and attention and you just need it. And that's what happens with narcissists. They need more and more and more. They have an emptiness within that they fill from the outside. Okay, then for communication, we've got a Seven of Pentacles, long-term success. So really what I got from this Seven of Pentacles together with the communication, it looks like Spirit is guiding you to speak to your longtime friends. Speak to the people who have known you the longest, right? Because they're going to be able to kind of reflect on you, your relationship patterns, especially if they've been in your life for like 20 years. They already know kind of your cycles, and they could be helpful in this scenario where you're just coming out of something and you want this. You have a desire for it. You have a need for it within. But this, it feels like, I hate to say it, but it feels like this person that's coming in with this small offer, they're there for the long haul. They're not moving. They want this and they're not going to stop. Because if we look at this card, look at what he's doing. He is not moving. He is watching that freaking plant so intently that nothing's going to get by him. Literally, nothing's going to get by him. And that's basically like the energy of a person that's like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I want this. I'm going to give you the offer and I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait as long as it takes, because this is about waiting. This is about long-term success, investing in something long-term, right? So let's find out about secure serendipity. We got that little clock with the money. Tell me about secure. Oh, okay, right away. We got High Priestess. And the Eight of Cups at the bottom. I don't know. It looks like you're being guided away from this. See? This is saying use your intuition and move on. This is moving on. Travel, withdrawal, walking away, letting go. So I feel like you've let this go. You've decided to let this go. You've used your intuition to see, possibly this is you in the waiting. But it looks like this isn't for you. Let's see what else we can find out about this Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Ah, I see. So this Page of Cups, remember he came in first with a small offer, right? A message, a request, something small, right? So now what's happening? Now he's graduating up to the Knight of Cups, right? This is like your like lover man energy, like, I don't know, like Don Juan energy. So he's tried with the smaller cup. That possibly didn't work out. That's why we had that waiting card. But remember, I said he is invested. He or she, they are invested in this. And they really want you. So what's going to happen? They're going to move on up. They move on up to the Knight of Cups. So now it's a bigger offer. A more serious offer. Something more stable. Something that could be of interest to you. And again, we have a Libra card. We got Pisces, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius out here. So, I mean, this could be a Scorpio, because we got two Scorpio cards. Let's see. Tell me about the High Priestess. Oh. Queen of Cups. So it looks like you're also in a Queen of Cups energy, but still there's a bit of an imbalance here, because we've got a queen and then originally a page that's moving up to a knight. But see, what needs to happen is this knight needs to move up into king energy, right? In order to match where you are. Because you're in a very sweet, kind, open, compassionate, like energy. I love the Queen of Cups. She's like the mom, the friend that everyone wants to have, right? She's so caring, generous, and kind that she's just in this beautiful energy that attracts all different kinds of people, right? Because who doesn't love this light and loving energy being given to you? It's beautiful. So it's like being in this energy sometimes is hard because you end up having like loving compassion for people who basically don't deserve it. So, really, what I'm saying right now to you, Libra, is be careful of dating a person that is not as mature as you are or not as stable as you are, because we've got you in the Queen of Cups energy, and we've got this person first in Page energy and then in Knight of Cups energy, which the first thing that came to my mind is commitment, right? You have to think about the levels here. And if you're looking for a committed relationship, I wouldn't really put all my money on a Page or a Knight, right? Because these are young energies, which means they can be immature. And in a committed relationship, being immature is going to cause chaos, right? So until this person, and they might be waiting a while, because I mean, that's what this dude is doing. He's waiting. They might be waiting a while, but you need to make sure people are matching your energy, that the person you're with is matching your energy. Because clearly, the person from the past, it was rough, turbulent, where it forced you out and forced you away from that situation. So you don't want to jump into something, again, you know what I mean, with a person that might not be as mature as you are, that can kind of like create, I would say, like low vibrational energies, right? Because if the person isn't mature enough to be committed, then they might look outside the relationship, and that's going to cause a lot of problems. So, I would say like the most important thing is to make sure that you're completely healed and that you're actually looking to be in a relationship if you get in a relationship. Not just looking for that like temporary affection or temporary healing that you need to give yourself after going through a difficult situation in a relationship. So I'm going to pull one more card just to see what we need to know, or what Libra placements need to know. And your card came out. Isn't that funny? Your card came out. We got Justice. Upright attitude, transparency, cause and effect, fairness. I believe that justice will always live on earth. So like keeping that belief, right? You move down from what happened in the past, and now you're believing that there will be justice depending on whatever that was. And even in this scenario, you know what I mean? A lot of this depends on us, like really showing the universe our trust, right? Because the universe is telling you there will be justice in this. This last situation didn't work out because it wasn't supposed to work out. Remember, all these steps are ordered. Everything is done in a way for your highest good. And that last situation possibly wasn't for your highest good. And this situation could be, but we have to remember that we need to be meeting people that are at our level. And I'm not talking about like financially or like that one person's better than the other, but just as far as like interest, stability, experience, all those things are important, and it's going to be like the foundation of what your relationship is. And I mean, the last relationship might not have worked out, but you've got justice here. You know what I mean? And you do kind of have to be resilient when you're, in life in general, but especially in relationships. Because after taking a toll, especially you get your heart involved, it's hard to turn around and get back into something and really, really get back into it. When I say really get into it, it's not just be with that person, but actually try to build a relationship with that person, get to know that person, not just kind of like take up space. But there's going to be justice in this. I mean, they're calling for you to use your intuition and really examine what this offer is. And is this something that's really going to work for you? In the end, it's your choice, right? It's your choice. It's your life. It's meant for you to experience the things that come at you. You have all the answers within you. So it's about asking yourself what's right for me, what's going to work well for me. And sometimes that brings you to a point where you're learning the most. And those can be difficult situations, but helpful because they're helping you grow and change and evolve. And then that way you can help other people grow, change, and evolve because we're all part of one collective, right? And the way that we reach out to each other and send love and send just that positive energy to each other is the way that we help everyone to be better, to feel more joy, to feel more positivity in their life. So that's going to be it. I got to run out to work. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Libras. Looks like you're going to have to really be going within, using your intuition. I love y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.